important news in media and in the world, the rule for arresting of Netanyahu, Israeli Prime Minister. Some countries said they want to and they support this rule. Some of them, before this rule, was the supporter of Israel. What's your assessment about their rules and their reaction in the world? Please.
Let us be abundantly clear about something. What the world has been witness to in Gaza ever since October of 2023 is not ethnic cleansing, but rather genocide. In full view of the world, the Israeli military, backed fanatically by both America and Britain, is murdering en masse Palestinian civilians, including women and children. It is not simply a matter of the Israelis committing ethnic cleansing, because at least with ethnic cleansing, people do not die. But no, the Israelis are committing genocide. Tens of thousands of Palestinian civilians, including women and children, including babies, including toddlers, have been murdered by the Israeli military. Thus, it is only inevitable that the International Criminal Court would indict Netanyahu for crimes against humanity and would seek his arrest. Now, the response of many countries in the world is all too predictable. So, in Britain, whilst on the surface, the puppet Starmer, and I call Starmer a puppet because he is simply a puppet, the puppet Starmer says that Netanyahu would be arrested if he arrives in Britain. But the Home Secretary, the Interior Minister, has said that Netanyahu would not be arrested. There you have another example of the devious, duplicitous nature of the British ruling elite. Starmer is a fanatical supporter of the Israeli government. He is a fanatical supporter of Zionism. The only reason why Starmer has said that he agrees with the ICC's ruling against Netanyahu is to try and demonstrate that he is a supporter of human rights, that he is a supporter of international law. That is a fake image which he is presenting of himself. He is supplying everything that the Israeli military requires to keep on murdering en masse Palestinian civilians. So no one in the world should believe a single word that comes out of Starmer's mouth. Again, he is lying, as every British senior official does when it comes to Israel. They lie. Will Netanyahu be arrested if he goes to certain countries in the Western world? I find that very difficult to believe, because Israel has massive influence in every single country in the Western world. Forget what Western politicians say in public about the indictment against Netanyahu. In reality, they will take no measures against him. The only reason why Western officials say in public that they support the ICC is because they have to maintain the facade that the West is the guardian of democracy and human rights in the world. In reality, the West cares nothing for democracy and human rights in the world. In reality, the West wholly, fanatically supports Netanyahu and supports his genocidal campaign against the Palestinian people in Gaza.
At the same time, sir, we saw the resistance front in Gaza and in Lebanon fought against Israel in a fierce battle, and we saw some casualties in Israeli army. Some Israeli official said they failed. Please go ahead. Okay, and short.
The Israeli military is bogged down in a brutal hand-to-hand fight with Palestinian resistance in Gaza. For over 1 year now, the Israeli military have not made progress in terms of its military campaign. Of course, the Israeli military has made much progress when it comes to murdering Palestinian civilians, but when it comes to the military campaign, the Israeli military is bogged down and it shows no sign of achieving a victory. Many Israeli soldiers have been killed, many Israeli soldiers have been wounded, and many Israeli reservists in Israel do not wish to be called up. They do not wish to enlist in the Israeli army. And when it comes to the Israeli military's attempt to enter southern Lebanon, to invade southern Lebanon, well, that has been an absolute disaster. The Hezbollah has inflicted enormous losses on the Israeli military in its attempt to invade southern Lebanon. So in short, all is going very badly for the Israeli military.